Salvo, you claim that around the time you conceived your 1-year-old daughter, Amaya, you carried on a sexual relationship with the defendant, Mr. Gonzalez.
Yes, Your Honor.
Today you say you desperately want to prove Mr. Gonzalez is her biological father because it will break your heart if she has to grow up without a dad.
Yes, Your Honor.
Mr. Gonzalez, you state you're also hoping Amaya is your daughter.
Yes, Your Honor.
But because of Miss Salvo's repeated lies, you have no idea if it's true.
Yes, Your Honor.
In fact, you argue that Miss Salvo had sex with multiple men, including your best friend, and any one of them could be her child's father.
Yes, Your Honor.
So, Miss Salvo, how involved has Mr. Gonzalez been in your daughter's life thus far?
Your Honor, I can't stand him. He knows Amaya's his daughter, but he refuses to take care of him. I've never, ever had sex with any Hispanic man but him. I prefer black people. I don't like Hispanic men. I was intoxicated at the time. I was drunk, he came over, he got me at the right time.
Okay, so you had sex with him just one time?
Yes, and he's claiming that it's been multiple. No. It was
Mr. Gonzalez,
the worst experience.
You've only had sex with Miss Salvo one time?
No, Your Honor. It was more than 6 times.
So tell me about the nature of this relationship.
All right, I started off with her mom knew my mom. I knew Ashley. So we will go over, we'll drink, we'll watch movies and stuff. One thing led to another. We started kissing. We started touching on each other. We went to the room. We had sex. I was thirsty.
Did you use protection?
No, ma'am. I was thirsty. I got up. I went to get something to drink in the kitchen. When I opened the fridge, I was naked. Her mom saw me. Her mom was like, wow. Her mom didn't get mad at me or nothing.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right.
You were naked in her kitchen and she said, wow.
Yes, ma'am.
All right, so go ahead with your details, because I will say this, you have come prepared for court with your details.
Okay.
Go ahead. So you had sex with her that night?
Yes, ma'am.
Did this relationship continue?
Yes, I had a fiance at the time.
Oh.
And she knew it. She knew I had a fiance at the time, so I used to tell my fiance I'm gonna go to the hair salon or something to go get my braids done, but really, I used to go to Ashley's house to go get my hair done and get a little treat.
You're saying that this was an ongoing sexual relationship. Did you ever use protection when you were having sex with Miss Salvo?
Maybe once or twice.
Just once or twice?
Yes, ma'am.
And now, Miss Salvo, you claim that this testimony is false. It's incorrect.
Yes, Your Honor. The whole part 6 times, that's ridiculous. It wasn't even good, so why would I keep going?
So you had sex with Mr. Gonzalez one time?
Yes.
The sex was protected or not?
It wasn't.
And so it is your contention that that sexual encounter is what made beautiful Amaya?
Yes, ma'am.
Now, he claims in his testimony you were with other men.
I had a current boyfriend at the time, yes.
You did?
Yes.
Okay. So were you also sleeping with the boyfriend during the same time period?
Yes, Your Honor.
Were you using protection with your boyfriend?
Periodically, but not as much.
Not consistently?
Yeah.
And so is there any reason why your boyfriend's not in court today as one of the potential fathers?
The reason we stopped with contact, because, I mean, he did help me financially when I was pregnant, because at first I thought that she was his. But when I had her, when I looked at her, I just knew it wasn't his. My ex-boyfriend, he was black, and she doesn't look like that. She looks Hispanic to the fullest. His current kids look a lot different than that.
So now, is that the only reason you excluded your ex-boyfriend?
Yes.
Is because you felt like Amaya looked Hispanic and not black?
She has too much of him. She looks way too much. The dimple, she has one dimple just like he does. The shape of his eyebrows, that's him. Her nose, I have a picture that I can show you that they're twins.
What is that you're holding, ma'am?
It's a picture of my daughter with her one dimple.
Jerome, will you please pass that evidence to me? Thank you. So you claim Mr. Gonzalez has a dimple.
Yes.
And here, Amaya, I see that one dimple. She's so cute. She's adorable.
Thank you.
So you believe this is the reason why she's ultimately his biological child?
Yes, ma'am.
What other reason, though? I mean,
It's
just the dimple and the appearance? I mean, Jerome can attest to this. We see in this courtroom all the time that looks can be deceiving.
Oh, I believe it.
We do.
Is there any other reason?
I mean, if I had a picture of my current ex-boyfriend's kids, they have no type of resemblance. She looks nothing.
So you know what your ex-boyfriend's children look
Oh, yeah,
like, and you say there's absolutely no resemblance to him.
None. I helped raise his kids.
If you want more episodes of Paternity Court, make sure to subscribe and click on the notification bell. Well, you know the only way to truly exclude a potential father in a paternity situation is a DNA test.
Yes, ma'am.
Did you test your ex at all?
I did test him.
Oh, you did?
Yeah.
Okay, and what happened?
He's not the father.
Well, that's what your evidence is, Miss Salvo. Okay, so you had your ex tested, and it would reveal that he was excluded as a possibility.
Yes.
So now that you know her ex has been tested, are some of your doubts?
Yes, my doubts is I took my best friend over there to her house. 5 days later, I get in the car with my best friend. He's Hispanic, Puerto Rican. He tells me, I'm sorry, Julio, but I gotta show you something. I'm like, what you mean you gotta show me something? He showed me naked pictures of Ashley like this.
Really?
Yes, ma'am.
Your
Yes,
Honor.
Your Honor.
Your best friend had naked pictures of Miss Salvo.
Yes, Your Honor.
Miss Salvo?
He's lying. Because one, I don't even send naked pictures. I don't ever even let nobody take naked pictures
So,
of
Mr.
me.
Gonzalez, was your friend claiming he had a
I have a
sexual
best friend.
relationship with Miss Salvo?
Yes, Your Honor. And he took the pictures from his phone.
So you think he could be the father?
Possibly.
Oh, he's pissed me.
Miss Salvo, were you with any other men during this window of time?
No,
Besides your ex-boyfriend and Mr. Gonzalez?
I was with nobody. I don't even know who his supposed to be best friend is because he didn't even talk to nobody.
So, as you think back, there's no one else.
No.
So, Mr. Gonzalez, I want to understand more
All right, Your Honor.
about your doubt.
One night I was over there, and I got my hair done and everything, and she went out to the mall to, I don't know, supposedly go do something at the mall. She took hours and hours, and I'm like, I'm not just gonna sit here and keep waiting, you know, for somebody. I started walking home. She calls me and she asked me why I left. Because I felt like I was getting played.
Why did you feel like you were getting
She went
played?
to meet up with a guy.
And you know that for a fact?
Yes, ma'am.
How do you know that for a fact?
Because it came out that night. Her mom and the guy, he told me that he dropped her off in the motorcycle at the mall. And that's when I got up and left.
And did he say they were in a sexual relationship?
I don't want to talk bad about her, but she slept with guys.
So it's your assertion she was promiscuous at that time in her life. Okay. Miss Salvo, do you remember that afternoon, that evening?
Your Honor, the day I went to the mall was to meet up with my current ex-boyfriend. Yes, I was supposed to do his hair, but I mean, I'm not gonna just mess up my relationship at the time, even though I already did by having sexual intercourse with him, and then not be with my boyfriend at the time. He's been more supportive through even my emotional distress than he really is. And then the part about being, I guess what you would call it, fast, that was when 18 and under. Yeah, I was young and dumb. I was a kid. I did everything with whoever at that time. I conceived my daughter at 18.
So you had
under.
grown up that year?
I wasn't grown up. No.
So and I say that because you admit that when you were young, you were promiscuous. You were having sex with different people.
Yeah, but I didn't know
But what
him.
I'm saying is it's his assertion that that's exactly what he believed you were doing when you all were in a sexual relationship. So I'm asking you, at that time, did it stop? You were only having sex with 2 people at that time and you're certain of it?
I'm very certain of it. I stopped. That was before I even met him, so he had no clue about me at that time. So I don't know why he really keeps saying that.
So basically, it's your promiscuous past that's haunting him.
Yes. And he had no clue about the past. I guess my mother must have told him about my past, and he didn't know nothing about me at all. I never told him anything like that.
I'm not here to make her look bad or none of that. I don't want to keep talking. I don't want to talk bad about her. One night, and this is another doubt I got in my head. One night, we're all hanging out next to my mama's house. We're eating, partying, having fun. This Mexican guy, he keep looking mad at me like he want to fight me or something. I asked, Ashley, why that guy so mad at me? Why he looked like he want to fight me? Oh, because he wanted to be the baby daddy, but I tell him, you're the baby daddy.
Was that your response to that question, Ms. Salvo?
Your Honor, that boy's been obsessed with me since elementary school. I've been with him since elementary school. He said he wanted a kid
You've
by me.
been with him since elementary?
No, not with, no.
Okay.
No. He was just a friend, but nothing sexual has ever occurred.
But was that the statement you made to Mr.
No,
Gonzalez?
Your Honor, I told him specifically that he wanted a kid by me. No.
All right.
Wait.
Now you're raising Amaya.
Yeah.
By yourself.
I'm with my fiance, helps out a lot. She's more of a father figure than anybody else.
And so I'm sure it's been difficult. And you say Mr. Gonzalez has not been there.
Excuse me, Your Honor. When that baby was born, got her formula, diapers, baby carrier, crate, everything.
Excuse me.
A crate?
Excuse me.
A baby where the baby sleeps.
A crib?
A crib.
Right.
Excuse me, Your Honor.
Okay, so you got her a crib.
That's a bold-faced lie. First off, he has not came out of his pocket not one single time. Oh, let me take that back. He bought 2 itty-bitty toothbrushes and some toothpaste for my daughter. That's it.
So all these things he named off, you've never seen that?
His mother bought that.
His mother did.
And the crib that he got her, that I don't even think that, I think they found it on the corner of the road. I don't think she purchased it. I'm not quite sure. I'm not quite sure on that fact. But other than that, my fiance is the one who keeps buying her diapers. I don't never return anything from my daughter because, one, I struggle enough as it is, even trying to get her diapers without their help.
Well, speaking of your fiance, I'd like to hear from her. Ma'am, please stand. Step up to the podium. Your name, please.
Talisha Millender.
Ms. Millender, thank you for joining us. Ms. Salvo says you've been there to help her with the child.
I've been there since day one, since Amaya came out.
Really?
Oh, yeah.
So was Mr. Gonzalez there? Not there?
No.
And so what do you know about this situation?
Oh, I know. I feel like I'm the daddy, but I don't even have no equipment to be the daddy. But I am the daddy because he don't even much do nothing. I buy the diapers, I buy the wipes. My mother bought some stuff, bought everything for her. Since I've been working, I've been buying diapers and wipes, buying milk. I buy everything.
All right. So in the opening statement to the court, Mr. Gonzalez, it seemed as if you were hoping Amaya was your daughter.
I want Amaya to be my daughter.
You do?
Yeah. I don't want her. It's not her fault she's here in this world. She's an innocent little girl. The baby used to come to my house. She used to eat in my house. My mom used to get her stuff, everything. I swear, my mom's not here. My mom passed away, but if my mom was here, she'll tell you. My mom will feed her. My mom will get her everything. One day, because my mom didn't want to pay her phone bill, she started talking junk to my mom.
So this testimony you're saying is to affirm the fact that you've been there and you do have a relationship with the child. And if she is your biological child,
I would like to have weekends.
You're going to step up to the plate?
Yes, ma'am.
And do what needs to be done to care for this beautiful little girl?
Yes, Your Honor.
Well, Jerome, I'm ready for the results. These results were prepared by DNA Diagnostics, and they read as follows. In the case of Salvo v. Gonzalez, as it pertains to whether Mr. Gonzalez is the biological father of 1-year-old Amaya Salvo. Mr. Gonzalez, it has been determined by this court that you are not the father.
Excuse me, Your Honor. Can I still come around and see Amaya and help her out if I can? Because for a year and 4 or 5 months, she's been my daughter, and she's still gonna be my daughter. And I told her that before she came in the show. I got on my knees and I told her that no matter what, even if they say no, I still want to be part of Amaya's life, because my dad raised me since I was 6 weeks in my mom's belly, and that's a real man right there. I never met my real dad.
Miss Salvo? Mr. Gonzalez has expressed love and commitment for your baby. Ms. Millender is there for you and Amaya. He's asking if he could possibly remain in her life.
Please.
Yeah.
Now, this court has resources for you that can help you begin to process this particular result and how you can begin to take those steps. There are better days ahead, okay? Trust me. Trust me. I wish you the best of luck. I'm gonna check on you guys. And remember, focus on the blessing, which is your beautiful baby.
Yes, ma'am.
I wish you the best. Court is adjourned. Miss Dennis, I requested that you meet me in my chambers because after I read your court file, I was truly touched by what I read. I realized that you've been searching for your father since you were 12 years old.
Yes, ma'am.
The man you believe is your father.
Mm-hmm.
But you have never seen him.
Nope.
You have never spoken to him. You have never heard his voice.
Not one time.
And so today will be the very first day you will do that. And I wanted to make sure you were okay and you were prepared.
I'm nervous, I really am, because all I've known of him is these pictures that I've had my entire life.
And these are
pictures of my mother and him at their wedding.
And so you've had these pictures your whole life, but you have not had your biological father.
Not one bit.
But I just wanted to make sure you were aware of the stakes and the fact that this can be in a very emotional time.
Thank you. Okay. All right.
Jerome, please escort Ms. Dennis to the courtroom.
Go ahead and go this way.
All right.
Please be seated.
Good morning, Your Honor.
Good morning.
This is a case of Dennis versus Dennis.
Thank you, Jerome. Good day, everyone.
Good day.
Ms. Dennis, today will be the very first day you've ever laid eyes on the man you've known to be your father.
Yes, ma'am.
And I just want to make clear that you understand that he denies that he is your biological father.
Absolutely.
All right. Jerome, at this time, I'd ask that you please escort Mr. Dennis into the courtroom so we can begin the proceedings.
Good morning, sir.
Have you go right up in the sir.
Good morning, Your Honor.
Good morning, sir. Thank you for joining us. Ms. Dennis, I'd like to start with you.
Yes, ma'am.
You have been in search of your biological father for close to 23 years.
Yes, ma'am.
And you truly believe that Mr. Dennis, who stands here at the defendant podium, is your biological father.
Correct.
Tell me what you learned and why you believe this to be true.
Well, I've had pictures my entire life. I've been looking at them since I was very little. I feel that I look exactly like him. I have his nose, his cheekbones, his eyes. My mother says that I look just like his mother when she was younger. You know, I know when they got married, when they split up, I know for a fact that my mother was not with anybody else during the time that they were together.
Why wasn't your biological father in your life? What were you told?
I was told that he actually left my mother when she was 6 weeks pregnant with me.
Wrong.
Mr. Dennis, you say that's wrong.
Yes, ma'am.
Please tell the court what your position is.
My position here right now today is to give her closure, myself closure, of me being the father or not being the father, which to me, I believe I'm not, because when me and her mother were married, I was a truck driver at the time. And on Memorial Day weekend, I was down in Florida. I called her phone. She is out on the lake in the middle of the night. by herself on an antique wooden boat with her ex-boyfriend while her children are up on the bank.
And so you believe your wife at the time was cheating
Yes, ma'am.
while you were on runs as a truck driver.
Yes, ma'am. Trying to make a living
How
for her
soon
and the
after
family.
that did you find out her mother was pregnant?
When I got back from Florida, we split up because of that. I moved to Arkansas. She started the divorce proceedings. And then I got a letter in the mail stating that the proceedings had stopped due to her pregnancy
So then they paused the divorce proceedings because she was pregnant.
until after the child was born. I have requested to see the child, but I was living in a different state. But it would have been every 2 weeks, 2 hours, supervised visitation.
And so you have never seen Ms. Dennis?
No, ma'am,
in
I have
person.
not until today.
This young woman who has believed her entire life that you're her biological father, you were married to her mother,
Yes, ma'am.
you have never laid eyes on her.
Never have.
Until this day, this moment.
Yes, ma'am. I have requested from her mother, and I have proof for DNA test and everything else that I have been denied by courts from her mother and everybody else.
Jerome, will you please hand me Mr. Dennis's evidence? What is this, sir?
That is proof of the DNA request that I have requested from the courts. But with her mother denying, I could not get a DNA test.
And so, Ms. Dennis, when did you learn of all of this?
I heard the story, the full story, finally when I was about 7 or 8 years old.
I hate to say this, and I hate to be rude to anybody, but your mother has misled you on a lot of things while you were growing up.
Well, on that note, I want to make sure we do hear the other side of the story. So, Ms. Dennis, your mother could not join us today, but she was able to join us by phone, so I have her here on the line.
All right.
Ms. Miro, are you here? Can you hear me?
I am, and I can.
Ms. Miro, you understand that Mr. Dennis alleges at that time that you were in a situation on a boat with another man, an ex-boyfriend, which led him to believe that Ms. Dennis could not be his biological daughter. Can you please tell the court how you remember this situation?
Oh, of course. As I recall this situation, it was not after we were married that I went on a boat with a friend, and my
Yes, it
children
was.
were there.
On the bank.
In fact, he let my daughter drive the boat, and he's a good friend of mine.
She was
He
dating
was
him
just
at the
letting
time
us
we met.
see his boat after he had restored it.
Mr. Dennis says that you cheated with this man,
She is telling
which
a
led to
fable
you
story.
becoming pregnant.
She is telling
No,
a fable
I
story.
never had a sexual relationship with anyone.
And she was
Yes,
dating the man
he
at the
was,
time when
and
I
we
met
dated for
her,
a short
when
period
I
of
was
time.
working as a bar back and doorman.
We
Her and her
stayed-
friend
we dated
came in
for
the
a
bar.
short period of time before I met Steve Dennis. After I met
Now,
Steve
see, she
Dennis,
said she
we
had
never
no
dated.
relationships with him whatsoever.
I did
He was
not
just a
have
friend.
sexual relationship.
Well,
He
you
was a
did say,
friend.
Miss Miro, he was just a friend. So the
Yes.
truth is you did used to date him romantically
Yes,
before
for a
you
short
met
period of
Mr.
time.
Dennis. Okay.
Yes, for a short period of time.
All right. Well, that's
you.
not what your earlier testimony alluded
Well-
to, but it is your testimony and your contention that you did not have sexual relations with this person while you were married to Mr. Dennis.
Absolutely. I never had sexual relations with anyone but the man I was married to.
Ms. Dennis, have you ever heard anything about this other man? That there be another possibility of someone who could be your biological
I know the
dad?
man, I've met the man, but I don't know. I don't
So you
think
know
so.
him and you've met him?
Yes.
Ms. Dennis, I want you to take a moment and I want you to tell Mr. Dennis about your search for him. Tell him about the hurt.
It's 23 years of wondering why. Why doesn't my father want me? Why doesn't my father care? Why isn't my father trying to find me? I tried for years since I was about 12 years old to contact your family. They've read and received my messages, especially before your father died.
This is the first I've known of that.
It's been a struggle. It really has.
Okay, if your mother would have complied to the request that I made for a DNA test, I would have been there. You would have never had to hurt for nothing. Never wanted for anything.
I want to answer to that. No one ever asked me for a DNA test.
You're a liar. I've
never,
requested from the courts. I've requested for 23 years. I've been fighting this, Teresa.
They never contacted me with any request whatsoever.
You are a liar. I've got the proof. The judge has the proof where I've requested.
And let me be clear. You have been responsible for child support, Mr. Dennis,
Yes,
all
ma'am.
these years.
I have been homeless because of it.
Mr. Dennis, you say you have been denied
By courts.
the DNA test that you've needed.
Yes, ma'am, for
23
23
something years.
Yes, ma'am.
You have been homeless.
I have been homeless because I
Because
can't
of the
pay
child
rent,
support.
pay my bills because my checks have been garnished. 66 1/3% of my check. Oh my God. And I can't pay rent. I can't do nothing. I don't have a life. And I have got the proof of my rares what I'm back owed.
Jerome, let me see that, please. And I can see this makes you emotional because you believe you did the right thing in the beginning by requesting a DNA test.
Yes, ma'am.
You truly felt like at that time your wife had been unfaithful to you.
Yes, ma'am.
And you asked for a DNA test.
Yes, ma'am.
You were not granted it.
Yes, ma'am.
From that point on, you were responsible for child support
Yes,
each and
ma'am.
every month over the last 20-something years.
Yes,
and you've
ma'am.
now just presented to the court
The rares I'm behind.
that your payments are approximately $300 every single month.
Whatever Jefferson.
And you are $146,918.51 in arrears.
And I look over my shoulder every day in fear of going to prison.
And then this cycle just kept continuing.
Yes, ma'am, because I can't even get my driver's license. The reason I haven't been there is because I don't believe she is my child. Her mother had denied me a DNA test, so why would I believe the child's mine? Why would I want to get involved with the child and come to find out years later that the child's not mine anyway?
Because if your wife had gotten pregnant by you and it was your child, but you were confused or doubtful, what's the point? Let me just prove them wrong and let's have this DNA test so
Exactly.
you
If
can
you
be
got-
quiet. So, Ms. Miro, what would you like to say in response?
That it was the biggest load of horse pucky I ever heard in my life. Never asked for a DNA test. They
You
have
are a
denied-
liar.
I sent them pictures for 2 years after she was born.
What pictures?
And they never even acknowledged them.
Who did you
I
send
mailed them
pictures to? Who did you
I
mail
sent them
pictures
to
to?
his parents, and they never acknowledged her.
I've never seen any pictures.
Mr. Dennis, you never saw these photos
Never.
that are here on the monitor. You've
Never.
never seen
No, ma'am.
all of
Never.
these pictures that were sent.
Never. Never seen them.
And so in this moment, I would like to give you the opportunity, Ms. Dennis, to look at the man you believe is your biological father and just tell him how it felt to not have him in your life the way you would have liked to.
Sitting there knowing that you have a biological father out there somewhere that you can't get in contact with and may not want to be in contact with you, it does take a toll. It's sad and it hurts.
I understand. I do apologize about that.
Thank you.
That's
And she carries your name. Her name is Sheila Dennis. Even if you're not her father, her biological father, you have to understand and empathize with the fact that is what she's been told. So all of these years, she's grown up just thinking she's not important enough to pursue. And I'm not, and I'm being this is a human moment, because I mean, you think about it. Somebody tells you, what do you know about my daddy? He's a truck driver. A truck driver? Well, why can't he drive to get to me? I mean, that is logical conclusion. She just did like this. Am I speaking the truth?
Yes. Yes, ma'am.
For a child.
Mm-hmm.
My father travels across state lines, drives trucks, makes deliveries, picks up, and shows up for a living. But he can't do those things for me.
I can understand.
That's what she's lived with for 20-something years. And I know you are being kind, and I know you are reserving a lot of your emotion because you're trying to be strong. But I had to say it.
Thank you.
So are you both prepared for these results? Either way.
Yes, ma'am.
Have you really thought about
I have.
If
Your
I
Honor.
am or if I'm not.
I have.
If he is or if he isn't.
Yes, ma'am. I'm definitely ready to find out the truth.
I am too. I've been waiting 23 years.
And I won't make you wait a moment longer. Jerome, may I have the envelope, please? These results were prepared by DNA Diagnostics, and they read as follows. In the case of Dennis versus Dennis, when it comes to 22-year-old Sheila Dennis, it has been determined by this court. Mr. Dennis, you are the father.
I'm sorry. Sorry, baby.
It's good to finally meet you.
Same here. I'm sorry for all the wasted years.
Thank you.
I apologize. It's not your fault. We can try to grow from here.
Thank you. I like that a lot.
I love you. I want the world to know this is my daughter. I've missed her. 23 years has gone by in life that we can't never get back. Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you.
Thank you.
You can stand with your daughter. You don't have to thank me. They call me Your Honor, but it is truly my honor. You now have the truth, and you know now that the denial doesn't have to be there.
Right.
You know that you can have a relationship with your daughter. You can be there for her. And you have now, Ms. Dennis, the biological father, the relationship with the biological father you always longed for. And there are going to be tough times. That's why we have counseling and resources for you. I want you to take advantage of, because I want you to know how to work through that.
Today is the first day of the rest of our life.
That's right. I love that.